hope for Hempstead. Defensively, it has been all Hitchcock. It's going to be a timeout. They want to make sure they get the right play here when they're so close to the end zone for Hempstead.
They take a timeout. We also are going to take a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Samaya Blue, Hitchcock Bulldogs. You are watching the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
Hi folks, my name is Chris Hoot. This is my wife, Diana Hoot. We're with Who's Hoot Realty Group, powered by Keller Williams of Clear Lake. We're longtime residents of Galveston County. We were both born and raised in Texas City, graduated from Texas City High School. We specialize in residential and commercial real estate. So if you're looking to sell, buy, lease, or rent property, please reach out to us. Who's Hoot Realty Group, the ones who can.
And thank you to our sponsors, Who's Hoot Realty. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. You just saw one of our sponsors, Who's Hoot Realty Group. If you'd like to sponsor and support these games, shoot us an email at info@clearlifemedia.com. I'm Todd Moore calling actually here with Clay Roberts. Go ahead, Clay.
Yeah, I believe we've actually been having, oh, look at this quick run.
Right down the middle, the Bobcats, and a solid defensive stop for the Bulldogs. No gain there.
Yeah, interesting that Hitchcock took a timeout to call a run up the middle on that one. But that, you know, I'm not the head coach. I don't make the calls. And I want to also make a quick apology. I think we've been having some sound issues on our commercials as we go on. A little bit of sound issue here, but, you know, we still appreciate all of our sponsors, and we hope that you guys can bear with us as we try to get our act together here.
And right now, 3rd and goal for the Bobcats. As you're saying, Clay, I mean, there's some things you can see down there from the sidelines that we can't see from up here. So they're the pros down there, so they're the ones making the calls.
They've got a better view than me. And they've got the, oh, look at this.
Number 24 trying to make it right down the middle. He is plowing through, and he is close.
I don't think he got it. The referee would be signaling already. I don't believe he got it. But that was actually a shotgun snap. I think it was number, or not a shotgun, I apologize, a Wildcat snap there.
That was the number 24, Calvin Thompson, the junior out of Hempstead High School. 5'10", 207 pounds, is trying to plow through.
Yeah, he's listed as running back and linebacker, and that's just another opportunity for the young man to get to hit. And it looks like Hempstead's going to kick the field goal here, get some points on the board. You don't want to come all the way down to Hitchcock and get a goose egg on the board.
This field goal attempt is going to be brought to you by Ron Carter League City. You're watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week here as they go for it, and
no good.
Wow, no good.
It was a Hitchcock Bulldog. I'm trying to see who it was. Number 3. Number 3, we've been calling his name a good bit. Taran Elam, I think is his name. Correct me if I'm wrong on that pronunciation, please. But good hustle. Number 3.
Good hustle for number 3. We're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us.
You're watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week halftime show on Clear Life Media. Presented by Ron Carter League City Ram Chrysler Jeep Dodge, RonCarterLeagueCity.com. United Way Galveston County Mainland. United we will. The United Way Galveston County Mainland is tackling the tough problems in our community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Failed field goal attempt there for the Bulldogs, and that's a heartbreaker, Clay.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an M6 global defense style defensive stop there from the Hitchcock Bulldogs.
I like it, brother. And unfortunately, that means that the Hitchcock Bulldogs are going to be taking over right at their 20-yard line.
Absolutely, and this has been the problem all night for Hempstead. They have not been able to slow down that offense, but it looks like they're going to get slowed down here because they're going to take a timeout. Looks like there might have been some confusion on that offensive side of the ball.
Timeout for them, and quick timeout for us, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Anna with Legacy Collision. We are a female-owned collision repair facility.
Treat everybody like family.
We can fix almost anything, and today we are going to fix his bumper up right. 7887 FM 2004, Hitchcock, Texas, just south of the blimp base. Come on down and see us anytime. If you have any questions, give us a call, 409-440-8900, and let's get to fixing this bumper.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You just saw one of our sponsors, Legacy Collision. Give them a call at 409-440-8900 as we are 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs as number 2, Chase Bruton, looking like he's going to be moving the chains with a solid first down gain there, Clay.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a long stride, number 2 does. He's able to get outside on that sweep play, get to the perimeter. And I'll tell you what, we were talking about it, how Hitchcock has not slowed down all game long. They've been able to construct drives, and this drive, as a matter of fact, is brought to you by B&O Construction. Let's see if they construct another one right here.
1st and 10, quick handoff to number 8, Keelshawn Johnson, as he makes it almost to the 50. Oh, he's still up on his feet. He's at the 30. Oh my goodness, good defensive play by the Bobcats, finally bringing him down at about the 30-yard line.
Kelshawn said, no blockers needed. I'll make a move when I have to. Hitting that perimeter, hitting that sideline, making men miss, looking like a young Barry Sanders out there. I'm dating myself with that one. But making a move up the sideline and getting huge yardage once again for Hitchcock. They've got a first down at about the 25.
All the youngsters at home are Googling that name right now, Clay.
Yeah, if you don't know Barry Sanders, you're in for a treat.
This first down brought to you by Affordable Air and Heat. And number 9, Jones, pitches the ball to Bryce Dorsey. It's Dorsey now. Makes it all the way. Oh, he drops the ball at the end, but I think they're going to rule it down right at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, it's been a problem all night for both sides. You know, Hitchcock and Hempstead have both had a hard time holding onto that ball, keeping possession of it. We've seen fumbled snaps in the end zone. We've seen drop passes. It's been an issue all night. And again, I blame the weather change, but I'm not on the field. I couldn't tell you what those young men are going through.
Clay, this was another solid first down pickup for the Bulldogs. This first down will be brought to you by Terror Isle Adventures, best pirate haunted house attraction and play top pirate themed escape rooms here in the state.
And they're at the 10-yard line. They put down the sticks.
1st and goal. Oh my goodness. Hit the numbers of number 11, Elijah Sherwood. That's a heartbreaker if you're a receiver.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think somebody might be oiling up the balls or something. It's been all night for both teams.
It's unfortunate. Some beautiful quarterback passes here tonight, but too many drop passes for my liking, Clay.
Yeah, it's been drops, fumbles all throughout the night. My goodness. And that's the kind of thing, when you're the number 2 team, you want to represent like the number 2 team, and drop passes are drive killers. Let's see if they can make up for it right here.
Jones, quick handoff to number 8, Johnson. Johnson trying to make some moves. He's at the 5-yard and finally pushed out right about the 5 or 4-yard line. Solid run there for Johnson. That second down was brought to you by Watergrove Event Venue in Dickinson, Texas. Check them out at watergrove.com.
And I tell you what Craig Smith needs to be looking at, head coach for Hitchcock. The sweep play has been there all night long. They've been able to get that pass. They've been able to get that up, and they were able to use that to set up the open pass that was dropped earlier. But unfortunately, since it was a drop pass, they go right back to that sweep, continue to drive the ball. Now we're in big man football territory down here at about 3rd and about 3 to go for goal.
I like it. Big man football. Calling in the big guns.
Yeah, and we're seeing it here. Hitchcock is swapping out some players. They're moving in some guys. See big number 77, Erskine Hill. He made a defensive play earlier. He comes in now. He must be the big guy. He must be the guy they call in for these big goal line sets.
With that said,
here we go.
Bobcats need a big defensive play. Oh, and it's whistle on the play. Let's see what happened.
I want to say it's probably a defensive timeout, but we'll see. No, it was actually an offensive penalty. I didn't quite hear what it was, Todd. Were you able to catch what the penalty was?
Not quite, but nonetheless, that puts the spot of the ball right at about the 9-yard line. Go ahead, Clay.
Yeah, it was illegal procedure is what was just called out. We heard it here on the field. Yeah, it's one when you go hurry up with these young men, sometimes people get out of place and get in the wrong position. That's actually going to set Hitchcock back quite a bit.
Here we go with Jones. He's on the move, looking for his target. He makes connection to number 1, McDaniel. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And Damian McDaniel making up for, it wasn't him that dropped it earlier, but making up for the drops for the offense earlier. It's a team game, remember that, folks. And he was able to reel that ball in at about the 2 and get the extra yardage he needed there to put another score on the board for Hitchcock here at their homecoming.
And that touchdown was brought to you by Water Grove Event Venue out of Dickinson, Texas. Check them out at watergrove.com. Man, 34 points, and we're not even into the halftime, Clay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Thiem, once again, with another repetition, and the kick is good. 35-0 for the Hitchcock Bulldogs. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
In a crisis emergency, every second matters. Every second counts to saving your loved ones. Each second is crucial to the response and prevention of attacks. We never think it could happen to us, but these situations, they happen all around the world. Take the necessary steps to keep your space and our communities safe. M6 Global Defense. Choose safety and don't let the seconds tick away. Thank you to Troy Chase Realty Group for sponsoring the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Get your dream home with Troy Chase Realty Group and learn more at troychase.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 35-0 for the Hitchcock Bulldogs. Our whole first quarter, we were having issues with our sound, so we apologize to everyone that was watching at home that wasn't able to hear. And those of you that are watching on social media, if you lose track of the game there, you can catch us on clearlifemedia.com. I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Clay Roberts. We have the Bulldogs kicking it back off. Oh, number 5.
My goodness.
Bounces off of his hands. That's Dixon. He's able to recover and got some room, though. Still able to make a solid run. He's still on his feet, Clay.
What a move. My goodness.
Man, if there was anybody to make a mistake and make up for it, Dixon is the man to do so.
And I tell you what, we see it sometimes. We see it where the ball gets fumbled on these kickoff returns, and what that actually does is it gets the return team, or excuse me, the kicking team overhyped, and they might overrun the player, they might get out of their lanes, or they might run into a block, and it actually sets up better plays for the return man. We saw it right there. He was able to make a move, make those men run past, and get a good return on what could have been a disaster.
Get terrified in Houston's best pirate haunted house attraction and play. Top pirate-themed escape rooms at Terror Isle Adventures. They are bringing this first down to you. Excited to check that out, Clay.
Absolutely. DeMarcus Dixon made sure that they did not have terror on that kick return by making some moves. Man, what a play for that young man.
Good recovery. We have 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Quick handoff once again to the man that made that recovery, number 5.
And I tell you what, I know it's another run up the middle. I know he's running into those Bulldogs, but I like the call because he was obviously fired up on that return. So you want to feed the guy that is already making plays, feed the hot hand. So give the ball to the running back, see if he can make something happen here. But if it were me, I would set him up with a sweep, maybe get him out in motion so he can get in space and make men miss a second time. Set him up like he's running a kick return again, Todd.
Unfortunately, that brought about a loss of 1. Now it's 2nd and 11 for the Bobcats. The second down brought to you by Affordable Air and Heat. Affordable air is everywhere. We are seeing number 3, Marlon Fisher, taking his time and calling this 2nd down.
Yeah, this is a slow and methodical offense.
Shotgun formation, faking the handoff. Fisher looking for his opening. Bullet down the, oh my goodness, another interception for the Bulldogs. That's number 11, Elijah Sherwood. And he is finally pushed out of bounds at about the 27. My goodness, Clay, some defensive plays by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a busted play from the beginning. because as soon as that ball was snapped, the handoff was faked to the wrong side. The running back ran to the opposite way. There was confusion to begin with, and the ball was underthrown. I tell you, nobody's got to be more frustrated about this than the receivers, because these receivers are getting open. They're able to get behind the defense, but the ball's just not getting there, and it works out in the benefit of Hitchcock here at homecoming.
Look where they're spotting that ball, Clay, right at about the 27-yard line. Couldn't ask, well, you could ask for a better, but man, this is not the team you want that close to the end zone.
I tell you, all night they've been able to score. Let's see what they can make happen here.
Quick handoff down the middle. And I like how Hitchcock's been hustling to the ball after each play. They got a loss on there. It's not going to surprise me if they make another hustle to the line of scrimmage, shoot off another play.
Yeah, absolutely, and I believe they might be having some communication issues as well, because we're seeing here one of the coaches is out in about the middle of the field having to call these plays.
Shotgun formation for the Bulldogs. Number 9, Jones.
There's pressure.
On the move now. Wow, he's all the way out to the half 50-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
The ball comes out.
Number 70, Nicholas Dismock, making some moves there. Cross body block there.
My goodness.
For the senior out of the Hempstead High School. My goodness, that was an incredible play.
I guess Hitchcock got it back, but I think it is third and about, do the math for me, Todd, 50, 40, 30, 20? My goodness, about 30 yards here.
30-yard loss there for probably the worst play of the game for the Bulldogs.
I tell you what, man, Hitchcock is still on the hustle. They're still on the move. They're still attempting, they're still in this fight. Hempstead is still on the move. The Bobcats are still trying.
Third and about, 35 yards to go for the Bulldogs. If there's a team that could pull it off, it's this one, as Jones is on the move, but we have a flag on the field.
Yeah, they have a free play because there was a Hempstead player completely offsides, lined up about a yard offsides on that one. That's not what you want. You got that big loss of yardage. You finally have a chance to stop them, and then you give them a free play right there.
And I love that cross body dive there from Dismock. Number
Absolutely.
70 from the Bobcats. I'm going to take a look at that one again.
That was a WWE style. Rob Van Dam coming off the top rope, jump on your man and shut somebody down.
Yeah, and you know a thing about that or two, Clay?
Yeah, just a little bit.
That is going to bring it to third and about 30 now.
Yeah, now, and my goodness, you got to make sure that you don't kill your own momentum here if you're Hempstead.
Shotgun formation for the Bulldogs. Number 9, Lloyd Jones, making the connection to Dorsey. Dorsey now on the move, trying to stiff arm, but gets pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Great defensive stand there from Hempstead. M6 global defensive style stand there from Hempstead Bobcats. That's what you want. You know, you go into the locker room, we're almost winding down here at the second quarter, and you say, look, you know, it's halftime, it's 35-0, but you guys are still fighting. I'm still proud of you. You guys are still coming out and standing up to the number 2 ranked team and not going to bed early.
Well put, Clay. This fourth down brought to you by Watergrove Event Center. Watergrove Event Venue, out of Dickinson, Texas.
And Hitchcock's going to go for it. A long fourth down.
That's a lot of confidence there. Jones on the move. Oh,
look at this.
Almost, I don't know if that ball was batted, but it went right up in the air. It comes out of bounds at about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that is Hempstead football there. The fourth down, that's a turnover on downs as Hempstead was able to get in the backfield, and I believe as his arm went back to make the big pass, it got swatted, batted out of his hands for a fumble that went out of bounds. Now Hempstead football, huge defensive stop there for the Bobcats.
M6 global defensive style stop there for their defense. Check them out. More than 100 years of combined experience. Trust M6 global defense to keep you safe. And we're going to go ahead and dedicate this first down to M6 global defense.
Yeah, because the defense earned this drive. There's no doubt about that. Man, I tell you what, that was a very impressive defensive stand.
And Clay, we are just under a minute left in this first half of the game. Still 35-0 as the Bobcats hand the ball off. No gain on that particular play.
Yeah, and you know, like we talked about, Craig Smith has this Hitchcock team playing the best they've ever played at this school. So he's got to be seeing what I'm seeing. It's most likely going to be run, pass, or run, pass here for Hempstead, trying to get a man open downfield because they've had success getting those receivers open all night long. Come out in almost a pistol formation, only 5 yards back from the line of scrimmage. That's the difference in the pistol and the shotgun.
Oh, faking the handoff, and Fisher on the move.
Yeah.
Solid gain there for about 6. Go ahead, Clay.
Yeah, we talked about the option play all night. Do they have one? That was one right there. We saw Fisher saw that there was a man barreling down, faked the handoff to the running back, and managed to get outside, and that'll actually bring an end to our second quarter and our half.
And that first half brought to you by Affordable Air and Heat, giving you peace of mind since 1994 with our reliable 24/7 emergency service. Remember, guys, affordable air is everywhere. And, Clay, that's going to be the sign for our halftime show. The score is 35-0 for the 8-0 undefeated Hitchcock Bulldogs, as they are enjoying quite the homecoming game here tonight.
Absolutely. You talk about affordable air and heat, and Hempstead has not found a way to cool off Hitchcock all night long.
I like it, my man. I like it. As the Hempstead Bobcats in a transitional year with first-year head coach, Coach Markeith Wesley. Saw some solid signs of play. He's had his moments in that first half, just can't quite get on the board there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hempstead has had glimmers of hope, but Hitchcock playing not a complete game, but a solid game. It's not A+, but it sure is A-. There's no doubt. You'd be happy to get that on your report card, Todd.
Yeah, I've especially been impressed with number 3, quarterback Marlon Fisher. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about that when we come back, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Ron Carter League City, you deserve it. To learn more and shop our inventory, visit roncarterleaguecity.com.
I mean, it was love at first sight for me. Couldn't ask for a better place.
No fluff, just straight work. Whether you're an athlete or not, you want the best of the best. It's intense, focused, and probably one of the best gyms here in Texas.
Nobody judges you here. You can put 500 pounds on a bar and squat. Nobody's gonna look weird. That's gonna cheer you and actually help you up.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the people. We work our asses off, but we have a good time doing it.
When I first joined here, I legit felt like I was at a candy store, you know.
When you see the different bodybuilding icons, it's inspirational, motivational, to make you step your game up. Everybody's in here working. It's not your commercial gyms. Myth is there are a bunch of meatheads that like to walk around with big egos, but that's not the case here. Everybody's really pretty nice, helpful.
We have enough equipment to actually have for everybody to come in and feel like they can actually get a good workout in without having to wait.
The people here are great. A lot of the members here, are like family. It's just a big family.
Every October, an island mysteriously emerges from the bay. Disembark alongside a crew of cannibal pirates. Encounter the witch, Mon Maxine, gruesome sea creatures, and even the pirate king himself. Experience true terror every weekend this October at Terror Isle.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are in halftime for the Hitchcock Bulldogs homecoming game. What you see right now is the Hempstead Bobcats award-winning dance and band. Clay and I were talking about that a little earlier. There you see the score, 35-0. It's been a near flawless performance by the Hitchcock Bulldogs, Clay.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of flawless, stick around. We're going to make sure to watch the Hitchcock halftime festivities for their homecoming. But the team so far has played nearly perfect. Like I said, I don't think it's A+, but it's A-. Like it's a solid report card. And you know, if you're head coach Markeith Wesley for Hempstead, then you want to make sure that you remind the players, like, you've made good plays. I'm still proud of you. Keep fighting. Keep doing what you're doing. And if you're head coach Craig Smith for Hitchcock, you want to make sure to tell those players that, you know, we're up 35-0, but we're not getting there perfect. Keep your fundamentals, hold on to the football, and make sure that we send these people home happy at homecoming.
Yeah, about the biggest flub that we saw in that first half was from quarterback Lloyd Jones, just going a little too deep into the field and had a loss of about 30 yards there. Also, I think taking a little bit of liberties whenever you're up that much ahead, probably held onto the ball longer than he typically would have if it was a closer game. We got to see a solid cross body block there, flying cross body by number 70, Nicholas Dismuki from the Hempstead Bobcats, which is probably one of my favorite parts of the game thus far, Clay.
Yeah, you love calling that cross body block, I tell you what. But I tell you, that's a sophomore, Lloyd Jones. He's a young man, and he's trying to make a play. Instead of just throwing the ball away, get out of bounds, prevent that huge loss of downs. That's something you got to focus up on. Your offensive coordinator, Jacob Havron, Craig Smith, get in there and make sure he knows, hey, we can't lose those yardage, because that's the only drive we haven't scored on all night was that yardage. You've got to throw that ball away. You've got to get outside, and you've got to prevent something like that, because that was disastrous.
And that quarterback Lloyd Jones comes from a football family. His father is one of the assistant coaches, also Lloyd Jones, and we had spoken to Coach Jones in previous games. He's talked about all of his boys that just have come up through the program. It's just another day at the office for that family.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when you have a sophomore playing quarterback, they've got to have a high football IQ at a young age, so that tracks for me. That makes sense that he would come from a football family.
Speaking of quarterbacks, that's been some of the highlights of this first half, is just some of the beautiful passes thrown from both sides of the ball. I'm sorry, both teams, as we've had number 3, Marlon Fisher, the junior quarterback, 2 young quarterbacks representing their teams, as he's had some beautiful passes. Unfortunately, as you were saying, the ball looks a little slippery tonight, as they had a little too many unconnected passes.
Yeah, I would love to sit down with both teams and say, so what's happening with this? Because it's been fumbles. We've seen all manner of drops, fumbles, slips. It's like a Football Follies episode or something, if you ever remember those. But it's a pandemic practically down there. My goodness, just no one can hold on to the ball. But when Hitchcock is able to, they're usually able to score. That's the good news for this homecoming crowd.
And it was almost unbelievable to start this game off, Clay, as they were saying, like, the Bulldogs were scoring practically 1 score per minute in those first 2 minutes. I mean, 2 touchdowns, 2 minutes. I mean, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. We see the Hempstead band here, and they're award-winning. I would give an award to that Hitchcock offense for the speed that they were moving at. It was, like you said, a touchdown a minute. You talk about fast-paced offense. It's hard to get faster than that at any level.
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Ron Carter League City, you deserve it. To learn more and shop our inventory, visit roncarterleaguecity.com. This fall, you need to be at Abundant Life. with a whole range of activities for the entire family.
I am not going to doubt God.
Join us October 31st for Hallelujah Harvest, an evening of games, food, concerts, and a car show. Evangelist Perry Stone will be preaching October 28th through the 30th. Bring a friend and hashtag #SharePerry on social media.
And you will be changed when you hear and feel the heart of God.
The annual Unshakable Conference is November 6th through the 9th. With our amazing lineup of pastors, we're believing God will move through you and your entire family.
When you are driven by anointing rather than ambition, nothing can stop you.
Join us at our many services, Sunday at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 7 p.m., special Spanish service on Sundays at 2 p.m. and Thursday at 7 p.m. Prayer night is every Tuesday at 7 p.m. This fall at Abundant Life Christian Center in Lamarck, Texas. Abundant Life, the place of love and healing.
Texas First Bank is a local hometown community bank with world-class, state-of-the-art services. We offer personal and business banking products designed to build communities and relationships. To better serve our customers, we have 27 banking locations, Texas First Mortgage, and Texas First SBA. What makes Texas First different is our leadership. Texas First Bank laid the foundation of what community banking is in the state of Texas today.
Learn more about Texas First Bank, texasfirst.bank.
And would like to give a big congratulations to Texas First Bank. 50 years in the city of Hitchcock in January, Clay. That is something to celebrate. Texas First Bank.
And we talk about consistency in football. That's consistency in banking. That's awesome. You always want to make sure you have consistency when it comes to your money. And congratulations, Texas First Bank. 50 years. Fantastic.
Yep, helping Texans build Texas since 1973. And we just saw the Hempstead band, and they were wrapping things up. What you were about to see, we're going to be focusing in on the Hitchcock Bulldogs band as they prepare for area tomorrow. They are leaving bright and early at 6 a.m. How about you join them, Clay?
My goodness, I don't know about, I'm not an early bird, but I tell you what, man, we always talk about football, and we always talk about like how tough it is to go out and practice all day. These bands do the exact same thing. They got to be up at 6 in the morning. So shout out to these bands, shout out to the cheerleaders, shout out to everybody that's participating in any type of extracurricular at the high school level.
And speaking of which, guys, if you would like to be a featured game of the week, whether you play basketball or baseball, shoot us some information at info@clearlifemedia.com. We would love to feature you. We'll apologize earlier for our first quarter. We were having a little bit of issues with our sound system, and so if you weren't able to hear us in the first quarter, we apologize. But we are still running strong on clearlifemedia.com. I am Todd Moore calling the action here tonight with Clay Roberts as we are enjoying a heck of a football game here tonight as the Hitchcock Bulldogs are hosting their homecoming game, and we are about to enjoy some of the halftime festivities from their band.
Absolutely. 6 a.m. wake-up time for this band. You said it yourself. That's, my goodness. I can't imagine going from playing tonight to playing in the morning. But again, it's just part of the routine when you want to do something like this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy some of the halftime homecoming festivities from the Hitchcock Bulldog side.
Freshman first up tonight is Delia Smith. Our sophomore Princeton Princess, Yale Fontanette, and Lloyd Chubby Jones, your sophomore Princeton Princess. Your junior Princeton Princess is Audra Osford and Kamari Bell. And now for the senior ladies, Sierra Davis. Sierra is escorted by her mother, Angela Davis, and her sister, Brianna McGaskey. She is a varsity basketball player looking to return to regionals this year. Talia Garner. Talia is escorted by her mother, Tanisha, and father, Sean, as well as her godparents, Sydney and Monica Singleton. Talia plays volleyball, basketball, and softball, and she is also our mascot.
That looks like my dream.
Allison Mudray. Allison is escorted by Debbie Burr and Stephen Mudray. She is part of the collegiate program and will graduate high school with a full associate's degree. Interesting fact, Allison's boyfriend of 2 years also in the homecoming club. Jessica is escorted by her parents, James and Pam Ray. She's a member of the varsity 2 squad and a powerlifting competitor, hoping to return to state. Jessica is an All-American cheerleader and a state champion junior. Simone Wood. Simone is escorted by her mother, Nitro Randall, and her father, Corey Robinson. She is a very outgoing person and loves to help people no matter the circumstances. And now, gentlemen, Candia Bourgeois. And he is escorted by his son Sal and his brother Nathaniel Bourgeois. And he is a member of the Hitchcock High School cheer squad. Tyler Freer. Tyler is escorted by his father, Christopher Freer. He is involved in basketball and track, both of which are in line to go back to regionals this year. Tyler had the highest scoring game last year with 35 points by the third quarter. Wesley Divins. Wesley is escorted by his parents, Jill and Jason Divins. He's part of the varsity baseball team. And an interesting fact, Tyler's girlfriend of 2 years is also on the homecoming court, and he wants everyone to know his favorite song is Party in the USA. Raven Kuykendall. Raven is escorted by his mom, Michelle Sanders. He is this year's Vice President of Student Council. Ty Maxwell. Ty is escorted by his parents, Scott and Terry Maxwell. He is part of the varsity baseball team and a powerlifting competitor. And last year he tied the state powerlifting spot, and he said he's winning it this year. He's also showing a steer named Luke this year at the county fair. And now, for the crowning of your 2022-23 homecoming king and queen. Your homecoming queen is Dear Davis. And now for your homecoming king, Tyler Freer. Congratulations to all of our outstanding students. Let's give all of our outstanding students a great big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, your homecoming queen, Sierra Davis and King Tyler Freer. Congratulations to both of you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you own a Cadillac, would you please check? We have a key up here. So someone is missing a key. So please check to see if you have your key. Also, get ready for the split the pot. Please get your tickets out as we're about to announce the winner. The winning number is 000318. The winning ticket is 318. Please sign the project graduation representatives by the side of the press box.
Nobody said it would be easy. We do it anyways, and we've been doing it for years. It became our mission, a mission to give back to the community. Because this is our community too. It's at the heart of every phone call, meeting, and sale. Here at Ron Carter League City, our community is you. Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. Ron Carter League City, you deserve it. To learn more and shop our inventory, visit roncarterleaguecity.com.
We and I really like United Way. They're what I call a tip of the sword organization. They are meeting community needs at the very tip of the sword where people who maybe can't help themselves need help. And then we always hear the stories from the different organizations United Way gives to about how someone was helped or how their life changed through the United Way.
Learn more ways to donate to the United Way Galveston County Mainland and your impact on the community by visiting uwgcm.org.
Hi, this is Crystal Gilbert at Hitchcock High School. This is
Game of the Week on Clear Live Media.
After.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we would like to thank United Way Galveston County Mainland for their support here tonight. Check them out at uwgcm.org. There you see we are here at the Hitchcock Bulldogs homecoming game as they host the Hempstead Bobcats. They are enjoying themselves a 35-point lead here, Clay.
Yeah, it's been a happy homecoming. As we saw there at halftime, the homecoming court, homecoming king and queen get crowned. You know, and if you want to see the band, they will be performing after the game, actually. The Hitchcock, yes, the Hitchcock band will be performing after the game. But, you know, we've got about 2.5 minutes here left in the left at halftime, and you know, I'm interested to see what can Hempstead do. Maybe put some points on the board, stop that high-powered Hitchcock offense. You know, try to make this game a little bit closer. You don't want to get skunked when you come all the way down to Hitchcock.
You know, it's crazy, Clay. Legendary boxer Sugar Ray Leonard would talk of undefeated competitors, talk about there's a cloak of invincibility when you're undefeated, and that goes with that undefeated record. There's just like a mental game that goes against your opponents, where your opponents have to ask themselves, you know, are you the man or are you the team that can make them look human? And thus far tonight, Hitchcock has just not looked human. They've just looked just far beyond anything that we have seen yet in this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Ray Leonard wound up going through the four kings of boxing. He went through Roberto Duran. He went through Marvin Hagler. He went through Tommy Hearns. You know, he went through war and back. So that's what you've got to do if you're Hempstead. You've got to be those competitors that make these perfect teams go through war. And that's what you want to see here if you're the Hempstead Bobcats. You want to. I hope Markeith Wesley at halftime is able to get them fired up and let them know, like, hey, it's 35-0, but we're still on the field. We're still strapped up in pads. We're still coming out ready to fight in this second half. Let's go put some points on the board. Let's make this more of a football game than Hitchcock would hope for at their homecoming.
Anything can happen in the game of football. You have to wonder, is Hitchcock going to be overlooking the Bobcats? I mean, are they looking too far ahead and not keeping their sights in what's in front of them? At standing at 8-0, they have about one more game left in the season, and are they focused too early on their first round of playoffs? So we shall see in this second half. A lot of questions to be answered.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's 35-0, sure, but it's the small things, right? Like, that's what you're looking for if you're Craig Smith. It's how does your team come out in the second half? Will they drop more passes? Will they fumble more balls? Will there be more drop snaps? You know, it's those mental errors. Those are what will hurt you in the long run in the playoffs when you're competing against better teams. You know, for Hempstead, it's learning from every game. It's growing from these losses, growing from these 35-0 scores. How do you perform when you're down, when the chips are down? You know, that's what you want to see.
Hempstead Bobcats, two-time district champs back in 2011 and 2014. A rebuilding year for Coach Markeith Wesley. As we see the Bobcats making their way to the field from the other side. Right now we are focused on the Hitchcock Bulldogs. It is their home field. They're getting ready to run out of the big helmet there.
Yeah, that big Hitchcock helmet. Man, I tell you, it's awesome, man. Every week I've been loving calling the action with you guys here at Clear Life Media. And if you guys want us to come, you know, come and commentate one of your games, you know, let us know. Let us know. It could be football as we see Hitchcock running onto the field. It could be volleyball. It could be baseball, basketball, whatever it is. You know, let us contact us. Reach out to us. info@clearlifemedia.com. Let us know if you want to see us. You know, come to your school. Highlight some of your players, some of your teams.
There we saw number 3. Tara Elam with the Bulldog flag. There you see him running across the field. They are having a great time here tonight in their homecoming game. It's going to be a great dance for them and a great time and a great memory made here tonight for them, yes. Especially if they can hold on to the lead.
Yeah, absolutely, it's Bulldog pride. You know, you come out and you let people know, let your team know we got to hold on to this goose egg of a score. And if you're other side, you're doing everything you can to make sure to spoil homecoming and spoil that shutout win.
We want to apologize for our first quarter as we were having some audio issues, so we had quite a few shout-outs to quite a few of the sponsors out there. If you didn't hear it then, you're going to hear it here in a second, because I'm going to tell you, I'd like to thank Terror Isle Adventures for their support, Who's Hoot Realty Group, Texas First Bank. We're giving a lot of shout-outs to First Downs, brought to you by Texas First Bank, Water Grove Event Venue, M6 Global Defense, as we prepare for this second half of football.
And we appreciate all of our sponsors. Thank you. It's because of you guys that we're able to come out and do this. We're able to help these high schools out, show some highlights, show some spots. It's a group effort at Clear Life Media, and we thank you, one and all.
And we want to hear from you guys that are watching us live at Facebook. Tell us where you're watching the game from. Which player are you here to support tonight? We want to hear from you guys. Leave a comment in the comment section.
Absolutely.
Catherine Price, we thank you for your support here tonight, watching the game from wherever you're, the comfort from your home, from wherever you're watching. Like I said, guys, give us a shout out. Let us know in the comment section where you're watching from. There we are, officially starting the second half with the kick. And looking like number 21, Ron Richardson.
And he was not the man back to return that ball. The man back to return it was number 5, DeMarcus Dixon, who we've seen make moves already, but the kick came up short. He did not have the perimeter speed to get around the outside and make that big return. So it's going to be Hempstead football here at about the 15, I believe. Trying to see, we've got an odd angle here up in the booth.
And we are going to kick things off with our first down in the second half. This first down is brought to you by Galveston College. Are you looking for a career instead of a job? Galveston College offers a wide variety of academic and career pathways. Check them out. Bobcat ball here, 1st and 10, and they got the ball spotted right at about the 16-yard line.
And they had a lot of success getting men open downfield. Let's see what they do here on first down.
Quick handoff to number 5. He runs into a wall of Bulldogs with a short loss there of about 1.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was a full kennel that he ran into right there. The Bulldogs have been stopping the run all night long, and it looks like they're going to continue that trend here in the second half.
Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick timeout.
Kelly Brunson, Hitchcock High School, go Bulldogs.
The Ron Carter League City Game of the Week is presented by Legacy Collision. Whatever repair you may need on your car, Legacy Collision in Hitchcock. B&O Construction. B&O Construction specializes in commercial and residential construction. Learn more at bnoconstructionllc.com.
Book your next event, wedding, quince, or party at the elegant Water Grove event venue off Interstate 45 in Dickinson, Texas. Overlooking the Dickinson Bayou, there is space for every event. From the large ballroom to the game room, there's plenty of fun activities for your guests. Visit thewatergrove.com to learn how Water Grove is the destination for you.
Thank you to Water Grove Event Venue. As we pick things up, 2nd and 11 for the Bobcats. I am Todd Moore calling the action here with Clay Roberts. If you're watching from Facebook, leave a comment in the comment section of where you're watching from, what player you are supporting here tonight. We want to hear from you. Shotgun formation as Fisher, good pass connected to Ron Richardson. He's able to move the chains and pick up a first down.
Yeah, absolutely. The passing game for Hempstead has been on point. It's been hit or miss here and there, but when they're able to get a man open and able to get him open in space and make a move, that's what we're seeing the most success for Hempstead.
This first down is brought to you by United Way, Galveston County, Mainland. United We Will. Check them out at uwgcm.org.
We go 1st and 10. New set of downs here.
Quick handoff to number 54, Jamar Idlebird, the junior out of Hempstead. He is brought down with a very short gain there of about 1.
I believe that was 24, Calvin Thompson. 54 is listed as an offensive lineman, so I think they had the running back in there. It's okay. It's hard to see sometimes from up here. Unless was I off? Yeah, 24, I believe. On that one. Yeah, I think 54 is the offensive lineman. 24, Calvin Thompson on the run.
Apologies in that case, but we are 2nd and 9 for the Bobcats. Shotgun formation here for Fisher. As he fakes a handoff, he is looking for a target, but now he is on the move, and he's displayed in the first half. He's got some speed on him, and he can make some quick decisions on his feet.
Yeah, good decision there. He was looking at a man, but he was in coverage. He had nobody open, so he decided instead of trying to force a pass, force the big play, let's make it a third and a little bit shorter. Make this third down a little bit easier for our offense.
And a good pickup, too. Got a solid 5-yard gain there.
Yeah, absolutely. Marlon Fisher's been making plays with his feet tonight. When the Bulldogs can't get a hold of him, he's been able to make some pretty solid plays all night long.
Some of my favorite quarterbacks are the mobile quarterbacks that are the dual threats that can get it done in the air and just tuck and run.
Yeah, absolutely. They're exciting to watch. There's no doubt about it. And the Bulldogs are coming here.
Whoa, man. They gave Fisher no room there. Defensive play made there from number 20, Jordan Jones. And that defensive play is brought to you by M6 Global Defense.
Yeah, and defensive coordinator for Hitchcock, Gino Gutierrez, he knew that Hempstead has had trouble throwing the ball tonight as far as getting those men. They've got men open. They have not been able to complete the passes once Marlon Fisher's been on the move. So I like the call there on third and short to bring the pressure and force him to maybe make a bad pass again or get the sack, as we saw right there.
As we see the punt unit for the Bobcats. Third quarter, 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in this homecoming game for the undefeated Bulldogs. There's the long snap.
They came again.
Oh my goodness. Blocked kick for the Bulldogs. Quite the collision there. That defensive play brought to you by Legacy Collision. Give them a call at 409-440-8900 to fix your vehicle today.
Yeah, and why not? If you're Hitchcock, you just had those defenders break through the line, force a big sack there, big loss of yards on third down. It's most likely similar players, a lot of the same players on that special teams unit. So why not have them rush for that punt again? Force that punt to be either quick or get a hand on it and get the block. We saw it right there. Short field for a hot offense here for Hitchcock.
And unfortunately for Hempstead, that puts them in a terrible position. And speaking of terrible, we'd like to dedicate this next play to the Terrell Isle Adventures. Check them out, the most immersive games and fun for all ages, because that puts the Bulldogs in quite the field position, Clay.
Yeah, no doubt about it. When you start your drive nearly in the red zone, you're starting out with good field position. Hitchcock looking to make this big lead even bigger.
Quick handoff. So I believe that's number 39, the big man from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's rumbling.
Jamarcus Davis, flag on the play.
Davis on the carry, Tony Marker down.
You see what the flag is here, but big number 39 was rumbling down the field on that one.
I'd like to dedicate that play to Legacy Collision. And we're going to take a quick timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us.
Here at Gracious Heart Home Care, the patient is in control.
Our caregivers arrive with a smile, ready to work and give the best care.
Our job is to provide in-home care and ensuring our clients receive great quality care. We ensure that they can remain at the place they'd rather be.
With Gracious Hearts Home Care Services, you'll never have to worry about your family needs not being met. Not only do we strive for great care, but our customer service is A+ as well.
Because there's no other hearts that care like Gracious Hearts Home Care.
This fall, you need to be at Abundant Life with a whole range of activities for the entire family.
I am not gonna doubt God.
Join us October 31st for Hallelujah Harvest, an evening of games, food, concerts, and a car show. Evangelist Perry Stone will be preaching October 28th through the 30th. Bring a friend and #SharePerry on social media.
And you will be changed when you hear and feel the heart of God.
The annual Unshakable Conference is November 6th through the 9th. With our amazing lineup of pastors, we're believing God will move through you and your entire family.
When you are driven by anointing rather than ambition, nothing can stop you.
Join us at our many services, Sunday at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 7 p.m., special Spanish service on Sundays at 2 p.m. and Thursday at 7 p.m. Prayer Night is every Tuesday at 7 p.m. This fall at Abundant Life Christian Center in Lamarck, Texas. Abundant Life, the place of love and healing.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as they have respawned the ball about 12 yards back after that penalty.
Absolutely. Those penalties start to accumulate over time.
Taking the handoff. Jones on the move now. He is slipping out of tackles. Long pass and touchdown Bulldogs.
I tell you what, there were 3 Hempstead Bobcats down there. But Lloyd Jones threads the needle, gets it between everyone, and puts it right on the numbers. Beautiful pass and catch there.
Lloyd Jones snapping elbows, breaking tackles, knocking helmets loose, making the connection to Chase Bruton, number 2. Clay, that puts us at a 41-point ball game.
Yeah, Hitchcock says the story of the second half is the same as the first. It's a sequel, if you will. And now we are picking up where we left off. 41-0 here at homecoming for the number 2 ranked team in state, Hitchcock.
They are ranked number 2 for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Kicker Grant Thiem, a lot of reps here tonight, and the extra point is good. 42-0 Hitchcock Bulldogs. Stay with us. We will be right back.
My name is Takira Randolph, and you're watching the Game of the Week on Clear Life Media.
The Ron Carter League City Game of the Week is presented by Legacy Collision. Whatever repair you may need on your car, Legacy Collision in Hitchcock. B&O Construction. B&O Construction specializes in commercial and residential construction. Learn more at bnoconstructionllc.com.
Thank you to Troy Chase Realty Group for sponsoring the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Get your dream home with Troy Chase Realty Group and learn more at troychase.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the score is 42-0 for the Hitchcock Bulldogs. Clay, quite the game we got going on here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Hitchcock making sure this hometown crowd is very happy on their homecoming night. Getting ready here for another kickoff. The last one went short. They tried to keep the ball out of the hands of DeMarcus Dixon, who was able to make plays in the first half. Let's see if they do it again.
This kickoff is brought to you by United Way, Galveston County Mainland. Check them out, uwgcm.org. As we got the Bobcats on the move now. Still up on his feet. Runs into a wall of Bulldogs at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and the up man is Rontarius Richardson, who's able to get that play up. They're kicking it to him because I think they're a little bit nervous about number 5. Number 5 was able to make some plays in that first half.
Clay, this first down is brought to you by Troy Chase Realty Group. Find your dream home with Troy Chase Realty Group. It's been a heck of a game here tonight. Heck of a homecoming performance for the Hitchcock Bulldogs. Speaking of looking for a new home.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Hempstead, you want to try to find a new home in that end zone. You haven't been able to get much going on offense all night. The little bit of fleeting hope you've had has been brought back by drop passes and sacks and things of that nature. So see if you can get some consistency here on this drive.
Quarterback Marlon Fisher to lead his team. And we have a flag on the play. I'm pretty sure it's offsides. Curious who they're going to call it on.
I saw a false start motion there by the referee, I believe. Yes, they are marking it off for Hempstead. I believe it was a false start.
Oh, goodness.
The Hempstead Bobcats. It's not what you want to start. We talk about consistency. This is the opposite of what you want.
Repeat of first down. Six minutes and 40 seconds left to play in this third quarter.
And if I'm Hempstead, maybe try the play action early. No, they're going to go ahead and run the ball.
Quick handoff. Here's number 24, Calvin Thompson.
They're trying to get, again, you can't abandon the run game. I know that all night it's been getting shut down, but if you abandon the run game and that defense knows the pass is coming, it'll completely shut down your pass as well. So you've got to stay balanced. You've got to stay consistent on both sides with making rushing attempts and passing attempts.
This next down is brought to you by Galveston College. Check them out at gc.edu. 2nd and about 14 for the Bobcats. Looking to get on the board here tonight before the night is over.
I believe they've subbed in a new running back, Percy Bonner. It's
And
a jailbreak.
Fisher on the move. He's got a lot of pressure on him. Slipped that tackle attempt, and just over the hands of intended target number 22, Jeffrey Cabrera, the senior.
And I tell you what, Todd, over the years, football has gotten more and more offensive. In my opinion, we need to start taking better defensive stats. That should be a broken up pass for the defensive line right there, because they got pressure on the quarterback. They forced a high ball there. They made sure that he could not get his feet settled and hit the open man. Very good job there by the Hitchcock defense.
M6 Global defensive play made for the Bulldogs, as credited by my colleague Clay here tonight.
Absolutely. That Hitchcock defense is coming out with aggression in the second half. They're coming out like the Bulldogs that they are, representing that mascot well.
3rd and 14 for the Bobcats. And we see a penalty on this play. Let's see what the referees are ruling it.
I believe it was a delay of game. If I heard the call right through my headset, it was a delay of game. It's going to back up Hempstead even further. My goodness. The second half not going the way you want if you're a Bobcats fan. Oh my goodness.
Ooh-wee.
That was a legacy collision right there. Austin Gase got out to the perimeter, made sure that screenplay could not go anywhere. As the receiver caught the ball, tried to make a move, and turned right into a huge collision there from Austin Gase. That'll bring us to 4th and very long.
The Hempstead Bobcats looking to punt away the ball on this particular play.
And they're nearly in their own end zone here. That takes a good Hempstead bounce, though. Tell you what, good punt there. Good punt to kind of flip the field.
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Every October, an island mysteriously emerges from the bay. Disembark alongside a crew of cannibal pirates. Encounter the witch, Mon Maxine, gruesome sea creatures, and even the pirate king himself. Experience true terror every weekend this October at Terror Isle.
Bulldogs on the move now. They are taking things over. Started things off at about the 45-yard line. Got themselves a nice first down. And that first down pickup is brought to you by B&O Construction. B&O Construction specializes in commercial and residential construction. Check them out at bnoconstructionllc.com.
And that was David Howard, the sophomore, on that short screen pass. He was able to make a move on the man, make him miss. Too big, too strong at the receiver position, and able to get that first down.
1st and 10. Jones now looking for a target. Cannon down the middle. Oh, right through the hands of Kelshawn Johnson. And he felt it, Clay.
My goodness. I tell you what, he's got to be the sickest man on the field right now. Have a big play like that go right through his hands. Oh, my goodness.
Caught some airtime, and speaking of which, that play was brought to you by Affordable Air and Heat. Affordable Air is everywhere. And that ball certainly caught some airtime in that particular play. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, he didn't even come back in. He went to the sideline, and they just subbed him right out. It's Craig Smith trying to make, oh, here we go.
Jones now with the handoff right up the middle for it looks like number 32. Or I believe that was number 22. Jared Dotson, the sophomore out of the Hitchcock Bulldogs. Solid run there up the middle for him. Picks up another first down.
Yeah, I got to believe Craig Smith trying to make a statement there, immediately subbing that receiver out after the drop pass. No more drop balls, guys. You're at receiver for a position or for a reason.
Once again, Jones. Now, he's on the move now, breaking a couple tackles, finally brought down with what looks like number 7 from the defense.
Yeah, there was a pack of Bobcats in the background. He's running for his life on that play. And I tell you what, Hempstead, this defensive line has nothing to be ashamed of. They have managed to make big plays there. And if I'm head coach Craig Smith, I need to let Lloyd Jones know, hey, throw that ball away sometimes. Like, don't lose that yardage. That can be a killer down the road when we make it to the playoffs. We got to learn how to throw that ball away. Protect our yardage, protect our field position.
Number 7, Jesus Ailman, and number 16, Percy Bonner there. Credit for those tackles. So we are 2nd and about 20. It's Jones now, quick, faking the handoff, trying to make the connection to number 11, Elijah Sherwood. That ball caught some air. Speaking of which, affordable air and heat. Been giving you peace of mind since 1994. Go ahead, Clay.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have much else to say. How many ways can you commentate drop passes? I don't know. It's just been, it's something that's going on tonight. I think it's something in the air going on here in Hitchcock.
42-0, 3rd quarter with just under 40 seconds left.
3rd and about 17 on this play. My goodness. You've got to expect the pass here if you're Hempstead. You're going to bring pressure.
Jones with the short pass makes the connection to Dorsey, and Dorsey now making some moves as he got the room to make it, and he does. Touchdown once again, Bulldogs. Wow. Clay, they are running it up here tonight for this homecoming game.
Man, I tell you, Hempstead has been aggressive on the defensive line all night. They've been getting pressure on Lloyd Jones all night long, and they took advantage of it. Hitchcock took advantage of it that time by playing to the aggressiveness and throwing over that defensive line's head. Had nothing but blockers and open space there for the touchdown. 6 points on the board for Hitchcock.
That touchdown brought to you by Troy Chase Realty Group. They will help you find your dream home. Give them a call. As we look for the extra point, senior Grant Thiem, a lot of reps here tonight, Clay.
No doubt about it. That young man's getting his leg workout.
And the extra point is good. 48. Oh, I'm now, excuse me. Should bring an extra point for the Hitchcock Bulldogs. As we are now 49-0 as we head into the 4th quarter. Stay with us. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
We and I really like United Way. They're what I call a tip of the sword organization. They are meeting community needs at the very tip of the sword where people who maybe can't help themselves need help. And then we always hear the stories about from the different organizations United Way gives to about how someone was helped or how their life changed through the United Way.
Learn more ways to donate to the United Way Galveston County Mainland and your impact on the community by visiting uwgcm.org.
Where's it at? Yeah, there we go. The Hitchcock Bulldog himself right there on the sidelines as he's enjoying having a good time here tonight with the student body and the cheerleaders there.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, it's one of those things where if you're a kid, you don't like football, you still want to come and see that mascot.
I love it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my. Talk about a collision there. Legacy Collision, give them a call, 409-440-8900, as that was one heck of a kickoff.
Yeah, we were talking about how they're using these short kicks to keep the ball out of the hands of the Hempstead playmakers. Right there, they had a short kick, and they got it to a man who probably isn't used to catching kick returns and just walloped him as he caught the ball.
My goodness. You have to shake that one off, brother.
Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, Hempstead needs to get something going here. Just, I think for moral's sake, at this point, or morale's sake, at this point, just get them you know, get those players something to talk about, something.
Yeah.
Well, at least we had something positive going, because this second half has come out and just been atrocious so far.
I agree with you, Clay. At this point, just get some points on the board just for the moral aspect. You were mentioning early in the first half that their receivers were able to beat the defensive backs, so they're going to walk away with some things that are some positives, but as you're saying, staying consistent into the second half. So we have number 3, Fisher, on the move now.
It was an option pitch play, but Hitchcock's defense too big, too fast. They've stopped the run all night long. The only success really that Hempstead has had running the ball that I've seen is when Marlon Fisher was setting up for a pass, there was nobody open. He was able to create something with his feet. But yeah, all night long it has been one-sided on this defensive side of the ball.
Bobcats gonna have to go back to the drawing board and reconstruct. Speaking of which, B&O Construction. Check them out at bnoconstructionllc.com. 2nd and 8 for the Bobcats. Oh, no gain there. If anything, possibly a loss.
I tell you what, Hitchcock, I think defensively has developed a very simple but a very smart strategy. They've decided that, yes, sometimes the receivers are getting beat, but that won't matter if there's pressure in the backfield. And if Hempstead tries to run the ball again, there's going to be pressure and defense on it. There's going to be defenders in their face all night. So they are blitzing nearly every single play this half, trying to just cause chaos in the backfield like we talked about in the first half.
This third down brought to you by Watergrove Event Venue. Learn more at watergrove.com. They're in Dickinson, Texas, to Clay. Fisher now on the move. There we got some airtime with that ball. Nearly intercepted by number 2, Chase Bruton from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and number 22 for Hempstead, Jeffrey Cabrera, had his man beat. I believe that was Jeffrey Cabrera. Had his man beat, but unfortunately, the ball was underthrown again, and it's a dropped interception there, which probably turns out to be a good thing for Hitchcock because of the way this kicking game has gone all night for Hempstead.
Speaking of the airtime that ball caught in that last play brought to you by Affordable Air and Heat, giving you peace of mind since 1994. And remember, Clay, affordable air is everywhere.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, giving this ball back to Hitchcock, they've been finding affordable air everywhere themselves.
See the long snap. Ooh, a little bit under snapped there. And the kick.
It's a short kick.
Number 3, Elam. Whoa, yanked down. I think that was a horse collar.
Yeah, that'll be.
Wee.
Yeah, that was number 9, Landon Williams, the linebacker. He's listed 5'9", 160 pounds, but he hit like he was about 6'3". My goodness.
Dangerous move there. I mean, you saw that was an ugly landing there for Elam. I hope he's okay. Man, that can jack your knees up, Clay.
And I'll tell you who I'd be talking to on this if I'm head coach Craig Smith. It'd be Damian McDaniel, who was the back man to return it. But when he did not get that kick return, he did not go down and block on the play. That's not team football right there. You got to get your players' heads in the game. Even if you don't get the ball in your hands as the return man, you've got to run down and try to make a play.
We see some of the cheerleaders entertaining the student body here tonight. We've got an excited student body here tonight, excited to celebrate their homecoming game. They are about 8 minutes left in this football game here tonight.
You think that Bulldog can do a split like those cheerleaders?
Let's see.
My goodness.
Wouldn't be surprised to tell you the truth.
Here we go, pitch out.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
And
again,
the ball's loose, and Bruton recovers. Man, and the Bobcats had an opportunity there. That was more of a over-pitched ball there, all alongside the pressure from the Bobcats.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, I was going to make a comment about giving this hot offense a short field, but when they're fumbling balls like that, walking backwards like that, I mean, it won't really matter too much. This has just been, it's crazy that you could be up 49-0, and I still think sloppy football because of all the balls that have been on the ground.
8-0 Hitchcock Bulldogs. Big loss there, 2nd and well over 20 yards to go. Quick handoff there. Good stop. Runs into a Bobcat. Went nice and low.
Yeah, he stuck the man at the line there. I'm trying to see who it is. he did a good job putting his helmet down, sticking the running back at the line, making sure that he could hold him in place until the rest of the defense got there.
I want to thank everybody watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. If you're watching on Facebook, give a comment of your favorite football player. Support the football community here in Texas. There's no better place for high school football than right here in Texas.
Yeah, absolutely. Call out a football player, call out a cheerleader, call out a member of the homecoming court, shout out a student, whoever you want to shout out. Let us know who just let people know you care about them.
Ooh, flag on the play there.
It's going to be offside, or excuse me, false start again on that Hitchcock team.
If you'd like to be featured as a game of the week, whether you're a baseball player or a basketball player, give us an email at info@clearlifemedia.com. Reach out to us. We want to feature you. It's been a great season of football here for the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week. Of our third down is a quick handoff to number...
Oh, my goodness!
And he's got some room. He's at the 10. Touchdown once again, number 5, Terrence Allen for the Bulldogs.
I tell you, he was like the Flash on that one, running by everyone else while they were in slow motion. Incredible speed, quickness, shiftiness even, as he darted through that defense and scored on what I believe was about a third and nearly 30. My goodness. Hitchcock, even when they shoot themselves in the foot, are still finding a way to run away with it.
That touchdown is brought to you by B&O Construction. Check them out at bnoconstructionllc.com. We go with, once again, we said this name a lot tonight, senior Grant Thiem with the kick.
Yeah, wide right on that one.
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, and don't go anywhere after the game. We're going to be featuring the Hitchcock Band.
Book your next event, wedding, quince, or party at the elegant Water Grove event venue off Interstate 45 in Dickinson, Texas. Overlooking the Dickinson Bayou, there is space for every event. From the large ballroom to the game room, there's plenty of fun activities for your guests. Visit thewatergrove.com to learn how Water Grove is the destination for you.
My name is Terrell Allen. You with the Hitchcock Bulldogs, and you're watching Clear Life Media.
Think of where to squeeze it in.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the Ron Carter League City Game of the Week as we have scored once again for the Bulldogs, as the score is now 55-0. We are about to kick things off. Another kickoff. This kickoff brought to you by United Way Galveston County, Mainland. Check them out at uwgcm.org.
Yeah, and Todd, with a score of 55-0, I think we now have a running clock on this game. And I tell you what, if you're head coach Craig Smith for Hitchcock, you've got to be thinking, we won 55-0. We had a running clock in the third quarter. Yeah, big hit there. We had a running clock in the third quarter, but there is a lot to improve on. We were talking about it. How do you find a way to, shoot yourself in the foot and still run away with the game? That's what the story's been for Hitchcock. Drop passes, big penalty yardage, getting sacks for huge losses. There's a lot to improve on going into the playoffs here for Hitchcock, the number 2 ranked team.
This first down is going to be brought to you by Galveston College. Learn more at gc.edu. It's 55-0, 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in this homecoming game for the Hitchcock Bulldogs. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Hitchcock Bulldog Band playing right afterwards. They got a big day for them tomorrow as they go for area. They're going to be leaving bright and early at 6 a.m., so give them support.
And Hempstead, to their credit, they're playing the exact same way in the first quarter that they're playing in here in the third. They are still fighting. They're still coming out. Haven't seen much of a tempo change, especially on that defensive side of the ball. Oh, but here we go.
Handoff to number 16. He made some solid moves there. Got himself a good 8-yard pickup. That is Percy Bonner, the junior out of the Hempstead Bobcats.
Absolutely, some solid blocks up front, but he was able to make a move on the man that didn't get blocked, get a few yards there. It's second and about 1 here on this second out play.
Smooth like water as he's able to break some tackles and slip through. Speaking of which, I'm going to dedicate that play to Water Grove Event Venue. Check them out at watergrove.com.
And Hempstead not going away. I tell you, it's going to be one of those where you win big, but you feel like you've been through a fight.
Faking the handoff there. Fisher now on the move. He's got a lot of space, and he's backing it up. He needs to be careful here. He's in dangerous territory as he is running into a wall of Bulldogs and finally decides to throw that away, Clay. That was scary territory for him.
Yeah, no doubt. And I want to actually give credit to the Hempstead offensive line because they were staying back there with him. They were trying to get in the way of those defenders, buy him as much time as they could. Ball gets thrown away. That's actually the smartest play. And so what we haven't seen from the other side from Lloyd Jones. Lloyd Jones has had 2 of those tonight, Todd, where they were huge sacks for huge losses. Good play there by Marlon Fisher to actually throw the ball away and preserve a 3rd and short here.
Next play brought to you by Troy Chase Realty Group, Galveston College, and Watergrove Event Venue. We thank those sponsors here tonight. It's going to be a big play, 3rd and short for the Bobcats. Just under a minute left. It's Fisher now. Once again, putting in the footwork here tonight, and he is met by the Bulldog and brought down with a loss there. Good play there by number 14, Austin Gase.
Yeah, I believe Hitchcock backed up into a deep zone coverage there. They were daring Hempstead to try to throw that deep ball again, and unfortunately Marlon Fisher had nowhere to go but down to the turf. Big sack for a loss, big stand there for Hitchcock. It's going to force the punt here, I believe, from the Hempstead Bobcats.
Dedicate that play that play was brought to you by Troy Chase Realty Group and United Way Galveston County Mainland. Once again, shout out to another 2 of our sponsors, B&O Construction and Galveston College. Give them a check at gc.edu and B&O Construction LLC.com. We thank you guys. Clay, one more shout out to Troy Chase Realty Group and United Way Galveston County Mainland, as that will wrap it up here tonight for this football game. 55-0 for a phenomenal performance from the Hitchcock Bulldogs. And Clay, you know what's pretty cool? After this, we got a heck of a performance coming up by the Hitchcock Bulldog Band.
Yeah, absolutely. The award-winning Hitchcock Band. They've got to be on the bus at 6 a.m., but they're still coming out to perform for this homecoming crowd.
Thank everybody that has been watching at home from clearlifemedia.com. We are getting ready to show the band here. If you are on Facebook, leave a comment in the comment section. Give support to the Hitchcock Bulldog Band and to your favorite Hitchcock Bulldog player or your favorite Hempstead Bobcat player. Support the community. Laura Gonzalez's marching band, along with the Franco twins, it's coming up. Going to be an awesome performance, Clay.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's been homecoming week all week long, and I promise you that band is just as excited as this football team was. It's gonna, man. I tell you what, homecoming week's always excited. It's always fun to be here at these games and just see the energy, feel that high school energy. Makes me feel young again, Todd.
Doesn't do it for us all, amigo, because heck of an energy here tonight. Everyone's here for a good time. Not only making you feel young, but probably making a lot of people here tonight here feeling young. We had a great crowd support for the Hitchcock Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's what homecoming's all about. It's about, you know, coming back to the place where you got those fundamentals, you got that upbringing, and it's going back to your roots and getting that school spirit back and remembering, you know, those special times when you were a youth. It's, you know, it's a special thing. Homecoming is always good, and I appreciate Hitchcock for having us. And if you want to have us, you know, you want to have us come to your school, celebrate your homecoming, your baseball game, your soccer game, whatever it is, we'll come, we'll support it. It's info@clearlifemedia.com.
There we see the Bulldogs celebrating their victory there. They were fired up there. Now they are clearing the field for their award-winning band. Heck of a school at Hitchcock. Two games left in the season, Clay. Next week we will be at Texas City. Check us out on our social medias. Check us out on clearlifemedia.com for the upcoming games of the week.
No doubt about it. There's just a few weeks left for us. Then we have playoff football. I'm hoping we can get some games called for playoff football. It's all up in the air right now. It's up to you guys. Send us an email. Let us know you want to see us. We would love to come to your school, come commentate and highlight some of these young men and women that are out here performing. Student athletes is what they are. No doubt about it. All hard working.
There we see the award-winning marching band, Clay, as the Hitchcock Bulldogs enjoying their victory. 55-0, total shutout. Something to be proud of.
We saw there the Hitchcock players arm in arm, swinging arms, celebrating this victory. This has been really something awesome. It's been the homecoming game of the stuff of dreams is what you want to have when you come back and you remember what it was like to be here and see these young men going out and representing the school and representing the Bulldogs in the way they have, Todd.
Yeah, a lot of good memories made here tonight for the Hitchcock High School student body. Gonna definitely remember this one, making the Hitchcock Bulldogs unbelievable 9-0, Clay.
Yeah, the second-ranked team in state. Not sure who's ranked number 1. I need to brush up on my statistics. But I tell you what, man, they look every bit of the number 2 team here tonight. And I tell you, going into the playoffs, you got to look for Hitchcock to be a real threat going forward.
I was talking with one of the Hitchcock coaches prior to the game, and he was saying if you had told them during the summer, during their preseason preparations, that they'd be sitting here tonight going into the game at 8-0 and now finishing at 9-0, he was saying that he wouldn't believe you. It's just one of those things that is just like, it's almost like you're in a dream-like state to experience going that deep into the season undefeated.
Yeah, it's one game at a time, one note at a time makes the whole song. And speaking of which, here comes the Hitchcock band.
They got themselves a big day tomorrow. Area, early start. This whole school is just a group of workhorses, Clay.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this has been absolutely awesome. Hitchcock has been a great place to come down and commentate some football. We're seeing here the Hitchcock band making their way onto the field. They've got shields, they've got flags. They are ready to perform here tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we want to thank everyone that enjoyed the football action here tonight. Enjoy some more of the Hitchcock band. Give them some support here. Next week, we'll be at Texas City and Santa Fe. Clay Roberts will be there with you next week from Hitchcock High School. I am Todd Moore, Clear Life Media. Good night from the Gridiron. Stick around and watch a little bit more of the band, guys.
2022 Hitchcock High School Marching Band. Band is under the direction of Kelly Brunson, Fred Otto, and Tab Olson. The section of the week are the Color Guards. The marcher of the week is Brianna McDade. The band performed last Saturday at UIL Region 13 Marching Contest where they received a Division I rating for their performance. The band advanced to UIL Area Contest in Deville, Texas, where they will perform tomorrow at 3 p.m. The 2021 head drum major is Ariana Ayala. The assistant drum major, Colby Kavlicek. Tonight, they'll be performing their 2022 halftime show, Fall Holiday. Let's wish the band luck as they travel to Eagles along for area competition. One more round of applause for the Hitchcock High School marching band.